A single act of good can go a long way. It can cross oceans, cure disease, and create equality. As members of Rotary, we are people of action, and our actions have the power to speak loud and clear. Our vision and commitment to finding solutions keeps us connected to those who need it most, changing lives and creating opportunities with our groundbreaking work in education and literacy. There are more kids enrolled in school now than at any other point in human history, which is why supporting teachers is key. In classrooms, our innovative approach creates critical thinkers and big dreamers with the skills to achieve. Our global grants train teachers to use materials, new methods, and technology to inspire and energize students of all ages. We believe education has the power to lift families up, make real change, modify behavior, create healthy habits, and open minds. We believe that education creates security and safety in families so they can support, provide, and make informed, empowered decisions. Your contribution keeps students far and wide connected to a world of good. Every donation is an action that speaks volumes across classrooms, communities, and continents. Because the distance between an act of good and the lives it touches isn't as vast as you might imagine. Learn how you can support the cause that means the most to you.
Welcome, fellow Rotarians, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be in this world. But we are all Rotarians and we are connected, whether physically or right now, virtually. We tonight are having a panel discussion on making a difference to the young. We have a panel of 3 outstanding Rotarians who have dedicated and committed themselves to seeing through significant community service projects that have changed lives and focused on increasing literacy, numeracy, and abilities with skills for life for the young to become valuable assets in the society that they will grow up in. Rotarians are committed to community service, and this September is Rotary International Community Service Month. It is thus apt that we have this panel discussion to share with our panelists and all of you joining us for this panel discussion what true Rotarians who are committed to the ideal of service and the 4-way test of Rotary. They have asked and answered these 4 questions. Is it the truth? Is it fair and to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendship? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? All Rotarians, and I sincerely hope every one of you listening in to us have the same commitment. Our 3 outstanding Rotarians are from 3 different Rotary International districts. We have Rotarian Arun from our very own Rotary E-Club of 3310. We have Datuk PP Chan Kamfat from Rotary Club of Kuala Lumpur Di Raja from District 3330. And we have DGE Budi Sohadi of District 3340, who is also a member of the Rotary Club of Kupang, Indonesia. They have all made significant contributions to the communities they serve, each in their own way. Their approach, the format, and the outcomes they desire may vary, but they have one common commitment: to bring the underprivileged young, at-risk youth, and infants out of the poverty line, to be given the opportunity to become valuable assets in the society they will grow up and contribute to develop. Now, I would like to introduce briefly each of our panelists. First on our panel is Rotarian Arun Sharma. Rotarian Arun is a professional accountant. He is also a business consultant as well as a life coach. He strongly believes in and practices many virtues that each one of us could actually emulate, like having a passionate commitment to doing good for society, improving the lives of the young, and offering opportunities to the underprivileged in our society to move out the ladder of the poverty line and ensure that they will contribute to society in the future. Arun, would you like to briefly introduce us to yourself?
Good evening, men and ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to be here on this panel. I'm by qualification a chartered accountant, and I always believed that I should pay back to society. This is what I had seen in my family. I had seen with my grandfather doing this every day in his life. Ever since I came to Singapore, which is about 15 years ago, I had a deep desire to do something, and I wanted to start a school. And I had started school on two earlier occasions, but for some reasons, the project flopped. It did not survive. And I was lucky that 3 years ago, I came in contact with somebody, and this project has taken off, and now we are doing very well. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Rotarian Arun. Next, I'd like to share something about our next panelist, Dato PP Chan Kam Fat. Dato Chan is a prominent member of the business community in Malaysia, and I'm sure also the rest of the Southeast Asian region. He's in the timber logging business and has been a long time Rotarian with the Rotary Club of Kuala Lumpur, the Raja. He has initiated the project to develop the BDRC home, which is commonly known as a BRC home for the underprivileged, the at-risk children, the orphans, and those which are often neglected by our society. I'd like now to invite Datuk Chan to share a bit more on his own areas of expertise and his goals in life. Datuk Chan, please.
PP Mayen, PP Ban Singh, the man behind this, and Clarence. Thank you very much for having invited me to join this panel discussion. I have worked very hard since 1999 to realize building a home for abandoned and children at risk. In I think about me myself, I am they call nowadays called a serial entrepreneur, not professional like Arun, but a serial entrepreneur who has been involved in many types of business, from being a shoe manufacturer to having a big factory making plastic products, supplying to the electronic factories, to a housing developer, and then to logging and in and trading in a big volume in plastic materials. And I have joined Rotary in the year 1975. Since then, I have been active every year, and I find doing Rotary work most interesting and invigorating, and also I get to know a lot of friends from many countries. Uh, I think I will elaborate on my children's home later on when my turn comes. With this, I'm so glad and honored to be on this panel for discussion.
Thank you, Dr. Chan, for sharing so generously with us your uh, entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship experiences besides work in Rotary. Our third panelist, and indeed not the last, of course, is our district DGE of District 3340, Budi Suradi. Budi was a
Hi.
high-flying pilot, captain of the SIA fleet, and having long-distance travel between all the major countries of the world, London, US, Sydney, you name it, he's been there. He's been globe-trotting. Yet, in the year 2000, he established Roslin Orphanage in one of the most remote and poor areas in Indonesia, in Kupang, East Indonesia. He and his wife Roslyn has worked tirelessly to build Roslyn Orphanage. And in 2009, I've mixed up his year of retirement with the year when he was crowned the CNN Hero. He received the CNN Heroes Award from CNN International in recognition of what CNN says are ordinary people doing extraordinary things to contribute and grow and develop the quality of life for the community they serve. In 2015, he decided to stop flying. He decided to be based on the ground as a farmer, as he said, and build Roslin Orphanage, bringing it to higher levels. I'd like now to invite Budi to share a little bit about himself with us. Budi, please.
Good evening, everybody. It's a privilege to be here to share this very wonderful moment with all of you. Yes, my name is Budi Suardi. Officially, I was studying as finance and marketing, but for the last 40 years, until I've retired, I was actually flying for Garuda, Korean Airlines, and Singapore Airlines, and also Scoot for a while. I'm a Rotarian from District 3410, and based in Jakarta. I was initially from Rotary E-Club of 3310, which is where CP Banseng and PP Mayan is still there. It's been a great life. It has been a great blessings. For the last 40 years, I've been given a job which is very secure. But I think 2015, I decided enough is enough. Enough of the Lord feeding me all the time. It's time to give back. So I'll share with you later on. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Budi. You've heard them, the three panelists, sharing about themselves and their commitment to Rotary and community service. It now leaves me the great pleasure of inviting Arun, Rotarian Arun, to share a bit more about what motivated him to set up the RGS Gurukulam School in a very remote tribal area in Jharkhand in the eastern India. He has done this in honor of his father. And as he has mentioned, his family tradition has taught him to honor the elders and to pay back to society. Right. So Arun, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, I always felt the need to do something meaningful in this life. So my life mission was to do something for society. But then I could not do anything meaningful. I tried very hard. I could do small things here and there, but nothing very substantial, something very meaningful, something which will give me solace. I tried this school project 2 times earlier and I did not succeed. Eventually, I came in contact with a Swami who's a spiritual guru also, and he also had a life mission to start a school, and I also had a life mission to start a school. Now, when we came in contact, I asked him, what stops you from starting a school? He said, I don't have the money to start a school. I said, that is where I fit in. I can provide you the finances for the school, but you have to run the school. You have to manage the school. Day-to-day activities you have to be responsible for. And he immediately agreed. He says, this is what suits me. And I told him, exactly, that is what suits me also. So it was a win-win situation. We came in together. So about 3 years ago, a little over 3 years, we started talking. We discussed for about a month all the nitty-gritty, and then the project started. I financed the entire capex for the project. So we started very small. We started with 6 classrooms. And can we have the pictures? Clarence, can you show some pictures on the background? Thank you, Clarence. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these are the pictures from our schools. You can see our children, they also have computers, and they are very active in society. They participate in almost all the events, social events. You can see the background pictures. Presently, we have about 135 students. And out of those 135 students, we have 12 students who stay with us on the campus. That means we are responsible for their everything, for their upbringing. So we are like their guardian. Now, the school started as a free school. We weren't charging any fees. But then there is a stigma attached to it that it's a free school. So we changed it and we started charging a very, very small fees to those who can afford, something like 20 cents, Singapore cents a month, which is nothing, not even a cup of tea, probably. So that is that kind of fees we started charging. And, people from these well-off families also now, they want their children to be admitted to our school because the kind of education we provide, the kind of sporting facility we provide, the kind of all holistic environment we provide, there's hardly any school in the whole district which provides so much. We even have faculties regularly visiting from Finland, And you all must be aware that Finland is #1 in primary education in the world, even ahead of US. US is ahead of rest of the world in tertiary education. But in primary education, Finland is #1. So we have lots of these teachers who come from Finland. They not only stay on our campus, and they see, look at this picture. This gentleman whom you can see in shorts and green vest, he is a kickboxing teacher. He came and he stayed on the campus for 3 months, and his visa was about to expire. Then he had to leave. He stayed and he used to help. We also provide midday meal. You can see the pictures. So he is helping distribution of midday meal. We give midday meal to these kids. Now the poverty is so high in that area that these kids will not come to school if we don't provide midday meal. When we started the school, hardly we had 20-30 students. Then we were wondering that we have such a huge capacity. Why aren't students coming? Then we realized that midday meal is the answer. We have to provide midday meal, otherwise they wouldn't come. The poverty is so high. So now we provide them midday meal, we give them uniform, we give them books, and during this COVID times, we also give them, these recharge coupons, internet recharge coupons, so that we can teach them through WhatsApp. We can give them homework through WhatsApp. So we were giving them recharge coupons also. You'll be happy to know that when COVID was at the peak in that zone in Eastern India, for something like 1.6 million rupees, we distributed ration in the houses of these children and also to other villages. So people are extremely happy, and they see this school as part of their life. Now everybody wants to go. You look at this painting. These children have made this painting on the wall. This is the traditional painting of that area. And this kid who's standing beside the painting, he's our youngest student in the school. When he came in, he was not even 5-year-old. Today, probably he may be 7 years old. So he's the youngest kid. So we not only provide uniform, education, food, and everything. Our kids are proficient in music, in yoga, in kickboxing, and you name it. All the schools in the district, now they have started competing with us, which is a healthy competition. They've started copying our model. Whatever we do, whatever we start doing in our school, they also want to follow all those things, which is a wonderful practice. Even during COVID times, we were giving them homeworks, and they were supposed to send their parents with the exercise book once a week. So we were very interactive with these students. We have about 7 to 8 teachers, regular teachers. We have 2 online teachers. One teacher is teaching from Nepal. The other teacher is from New Delhi. Online, on Skype, they are teaching in our school. Then we are visiting teachers from Finland. And these teachers who come from Finland, they not only come and teach free of cost, but while going back, they donate all the money they have, they give it to the school. So look at the kind of passion these people have. We want to have at least 500 students within 1 year. Right now we have only 135. Now look at these pictures. Now we are distributing. See, this kid is a school kid on the cycle. He's carrying those bags which is distributing. And you'll be happy to know that we have been given COVID Warrior Award by Government of India. A very respectable award, because we did a remarkable job in that area. So we got that award. And not only award from central government, we have also been acknowledged by the local government. The local state government has recognized us. All the TV channels have carried a story on our school. The local newspapers have carried a story on our school, about our education, about those Finland teachers, about those COVID distributions. For everything, we have been in the news. But that is not so important. Whether we are in the news or we are not in the news is not so important. What value addition we are doing to society, what value addition we are doing to those children, that is very meaningful. And it is very satisfying when we see these children growing. And most of these children, they came from a background where their parents are illiterate. Their parents haven't been to any school. So this is the first generation literacy happening. Now these children, they can read, they can write, they can speak, and some of them can even speak English. So surprising. So we take a lot of pride in our students, and I'm very sure that our students will become very responsible citizens, because the kind of inputs we are giving it to them. You'll be happy to know that government has given us a lot of grant. Government has also made toilets for us for the school. State government has given a transformer. From Finland, we got a trishaw, solar trishaw, and so many gifts are coming. When I started this school, I never knew that government will be helping us. I never knew so many people in the society will be helping us. I was totally unaware. I did not know that I'll be able to manage such a big school. But God willing, things are happening, and everybody is coming forward to help us. I mean, even people, even if their contribution is small, but it values. It is quite valuable for us. It is very meaningful us, because it carries a lot of sentiment. So this is all I want to share. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Rotarian Arun. Well, you can hear that passion coming through from Arun's voice and the commitment that he has. So as we say, success brings success. Huh? So this is a success story from Rotarian Arun. Now it's my pleasure to invite PP Dato Chan to share on his initiatives in the establishment, in the planning and the path to the commencement of operation of the BCR home in 2016. It took quite a while for Dato to get this up on his feet. And I'd like now to invite Dato Chan to share on his journey in establishing BCR home. Dato Chan, please.
Thank you, PP Mayan. I have started this home in the year 1999, first just by raising money, but after getting a call from another fellow Rotarian called Dato Seri Akbar Khan, and in that year, I'm already a past president then. The president was PP President Frank Lim, so I asked him, so he's interested. At that time is that always in the papers, almost every 2 weeks, it's reported that babies are abandoned at the back lane, at the entrance to estates, at the gate or to certain houses. And at that time, it's the start of where we have many migrant workers working in the country. And I think that could be also one of the causes of so many babies being abandoned. And so we find that there is a need for a home for abandoned children. And as we move deeper in to do our survey, we find that there are also many children, we call children at risk or children in need. Parents who are drug addicts or single parents, so where the children are not looked after by qualified parents, in inverted commas, because in Malaysia, when the parents are drug addicts, the government authorities classify them as not qualified parents to look after the children. So with that, we have done a few fundraising exercise to raise money to build this home. And one of our guiding policies is that the home has to be multiracial, because Malaysia is a multiracial and multi-religious country. And then the other guiding principle is that we have to teach all the children our national language, that is Bahasa Malaysia. And the second language that we promote is English, followed by the mother tongue of the different Malaysian children. They can be Malays, they can be Chinese, they can be Indians. So, but our common language is Bahasa Malaysia, followed by English. Now you just see, we have just a slide in front where you see the children is multiracial, and our tagline in our home is transforming lives in a multiracial home. And I think somehow it fits well with today's subject, making a difference to the young. You see the second picture, a multiracial home for 150 children. That is our next phase. At the moment, we have 68 children, ranging from the age of, initially we set 5 as an age to 12, but then the government advised and encouraged that when there is a broken family or both the parents not around, when we take in the children, we don't separate the children, the siblings. Say there are siblings of 3, we don't break them up. We take all the 3. So when we have this follow this guideline from the government, we end up now having children below 4 years. We have children at 2 years, and we also have children more than 12 years old. 15 years also we have. And most of the children, they come from a very difficult and bad background, where parents are drug addicts, or parents, single parents, or no parents. We have a number of children who are from the back lanes of a very infamous street in Kuala Lumpur called Chowkit Road, where you find at night, there are drug addicts idling in this back lane, and a number of our children are from there. So they're very, very street smart, very, very clever children, but we have brought them in through the government's welfare department, and they have improved tremendously. You see the pie chart here. We have these Chinese children. The Indian children is in the pink color, and I think the Malay is in blue color. So you see, it's all multiracial. Now we have 68. Next chart, please. Here I'm we are a bit fortunate, in the year 2012, when we are after we have secured our land, this RI President Sakuchi Kanaka happens to be visiting Southeast Asia, and he has kindly agreed to launch this BRDB Rotary Children's Residence. BRDB is our other partner. They are a major developer in Malaysia, where they have donated the land comprising of 14 bungalow lots. 14 bungalow lots. You can see the picture at the bottom, a group of Rotarians. They are from the Rotary Club of Raffles City, and in the background at that time is like an urban jungle, So then on the right side now you see we have completed and built up this BRDB Rotary Children's Residence, and in short we call BRCR. Okay, next one. You can see the children in the classroom, and the other thing which we taught is that the children must be taught how to do household chores besides education, and of course one of the main thing is we promote friendship and understanding among the various races in our home. Next slide, please. And some of the children, we have started a home in the year 2016. And within these few years, we have managed to teach the children very well, where you can see they have won many medals, which is in the back there. And you can see that all of them there at the back, this, the one in the center, they are all multiracial. Yes. Okay, next one. Here you see another one. This boy, this one I wanted. So this boy, when he comes, he has a cleft, a cleft on his upper lip, and we are really international. You know, we have this PP Dr. Shahul from the Rotary Club of Singapore. He visited our club, and the Rotary Club of Singapore has also played a big part as our partner in towards fundraising, helping us to raise money towards realizing building his home. He came in, he spotted this boy with the cleft, and then he recommended one of his friend called Dr. Shuris, who agreed to do the surgery, those surgeries to repair. And since then, this boy now looks good and handsome. And this particular series of surgeries cost Malaysian ringgit 35,000. But he has yet to undergo another 2 more operations to complete his cleft surgery. And the other one you can see is that the picture in the center, a lady with 3 children, I would say 4 children. They are really in the husband is a drug addict. He's a drug addict, and they live in a horrible condition in a wooden shed. And so after three weeks, you see the children on the further right, they become very, very happy, very happy and settle down. And then this lady, because the husband is a drug addict, she has finally gone back to Indonesia. The husband is a Malaysian, but this lady is an Indonesian Chinese. So now these 4 children, they are in our BRCR children's home with a baby 2 years old, and the eldest boy is 6 years old. But the big thing is that you can see the difference which we are able to bring about to the children who are at risk and transform their lives. Okay, next slide. And here it just shows our district governor, Teo Kwan Sui, who visited our home. I'm very impressed by a quote he said. He said, of course we provide education to our children in the home, and also send them to schools. Education is most important for all the young. And what he said to me is really rings loud, very loud to me. He said, education, but I may not be able to change the world, but education has definitely changed my life. That's what he says, and I believe so. Just with education, you alone, you may not be able to change the world, but through education, that education will change and improve your life. And this is what we are giving to the children in our BRCR home: good education and promotion of friendship, harmony, and understanding, which is also our Rotary guiding principle: promotion of friendship and understanding among the people all over the world. I think my time maybe is up already. So with this, I will wait for my next slot where I can talk a bit more to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, PP Dato Chan. That is indeed inspiring and a great community project. It shows that we don't have to be working on community services alone. We can always get together with other partners, whether Rotarians in the same district or in other districts, and also with the businesses in our community. That was very well done, Dr. P.P. Chan. Now, I'd like to invite our third panelist, Rotarian DGE, Budi Suhadi, to share with us his life story. In fact, why did I say life story? Because he has dedicated his life to Roslin Orphanage, which he set up in 2000 when he was still a high-flying pilot, enjoying the high life as he declared himself. But there was one day in his life that changed everything. Let's hear from DGE Budi Suhadi. Budi, please.
Hi, good evening again, everyone. Yeah, the title I put on my PowerPoint is actually "Life is Good, Be in It." Why? Yes, we have been blessed to have a good life, happy, healthy, having a family, comfortable living, first-class travel around the world, and being a happy Rotarian because I have lots and lots of friends worldwide. But one evening, I was in Singapore in 1999. While having our special dinner, we saw a television program about the East Timor refugees. From there, we were discussing that how privileged we are to be living comfortably, and how so sorry that those children living at the refugee camps miserably, or they have to face so-called survival living, even though they don't want it, but they have to do it. After tic-tacking, oh, sorry for them. Oh, praise the Lord that we are okay. Oh, sorry that they are living such a hard life. Hey, so blessed. And finally, my son, 3.5-year-old that time, Christian, he pops out the word, "Daddy, can we do something for them?" That what it was. Starting the life journey take a turn there. From the words my son giving us, we have a lengthy discussion. And at the end of the dinner, and we continue discussion until 11 o'clock at night, we decided to postpone our 33 days holiday of around the world trip, and to change it by visiting those people we just saw on the television. Started in 1999, and after 5 trips to the refugee camps, my wife and I decided to scratch our heads again, evaluating what we've done. Is it good that we're doing or not? Yeah, it was good. Giving food, vitamins, and every single day thing, except food after being eaten, no more. Few days, no more. In back square one. Clothing, we give them new clothing. After 1 month, maybe. Can you go back the previous picture, please? Clothing after 1 month. They don't have water. They don't live at a good place. So basically, we'll go back to square one. Starting from building an orphanage with 4 babies at a rented place, we built our own orphanage. And one time, we were looking after 178 children self-sufficiently by means of giving them food based on agriculture that we're doing. The main thing is to give them education. Again, as Dato' Chan mentioned it, that through education, the possibility is limitless. Children should be playing, as the previous slides, but they must excel, or not must, but they have do their best in terms of upgrading themselves with education. And these are some of the children already finished university. And we are having children as young as 1 day old until finish university. Most babies came to us because the mother passed away on childbirth. Those people who live in the mountain areas, when the mother passed away, it means they have no breastfeeding from the mother. And they don't have rice. Well, they have a corn. So if you don't pick up the boy or the girl or the baby, in 2-3 days time, maybe the baby also will die. Next, please. Our motto is to empower destitutes and orphans. Oh, wrong spelling. Through education and family upbringing, to be agent of change in the society. That's what we are trying to do. And from the beginning, we aim towards a self-sufficient orphanage through agriculture. And our place is situated at West Timor, Timor Island. Timor Island consists of rice seabed. So there's no soil there, mostly rocks. And if you have rocks and you have no water, then it's very hard to live. That is why many people from their area, they come to the big cities to be domestic workers and other things as well. We don't surrender. We do our due diligence, which is trying to find out what the land is all about. We hire excavator, and at the end of the day, we found out this is the land. Are we supposed to run? No. Are we able to dream? Big? Yes. We have to start things what we have been blessed with. We have to know that God is perfect. Whatever being created by Him is also perfect, including this rocky soil. And we are so blessed that we are born with such perfect hardware and software. So we must use our software to circumnavigate the situation. A hard work is a hard work, and it's a must. Okay. We have to work hard to achieve what's supposed to be achieved, or our goals. And as a result, from rocky soil, we are cultivating on it. And next one. From year 2000 to 2020, from rocky soil right now, since 2008 actually, we have been self-sufficient on rice and limitless veggies. We have veggies, we have fruits, whatever it is, name it. We do a fish, cattle, and everything else. We basing ourselves on our togetherness. We educate children academically as well as skillfully, life skills. As you can see, the result is good. At the moment, we are trying to secure to make an eco village, of which we're dreaming that we will be able to raise, nurture children, 1,000 children, self-sufficiently through agriculture. And also at another place, we secure a base. We want to eliminate or reduce stunting, which Indonesia right now is still number 4. We've started doing the stunting efforts to cure it since 2003. And hopefully in about 3 years, we'll be able to change 4 or 5 villages in the mountain sites based on agriculture. From time to time, we have friends coming over from different parts of the world, but the record was last year. Last year, we have visitors from 41 countries, usually about 25 to 30 countries a year, but last year we have people from 41 countries. But due to COVID, all the schedule is cancelled, and In fact, I cannot go anywhere else. But recently, we have been enjoying a good harvest of fruits because end of last year, we managed to make our own organic fertilizer from our farm wastes. And if you ever come to my place now, we have plenty of mangoes and many other things as well. So welcome in advance to Rosslyn Orphanage if you are able to come.
Thank you, DG Budi Suhadi. That is indeed a life dedicated to others' well-being, giving up a luxurious life as a high flyer to become one with the people who are underprivileged and suffering, and then working to lift them out of the poverty line into a new status in society. It is indeed heartening to see all those graduates, and I see one who looks like a doctor. Is that so, Bang Budi? You have a doctor amongst the graduates, right?
Yeah, we have a technician, we have agriculture, we have lawyer, we have economists, and many.
Wonderful. Arun, is your
Yes,
aspiration towards that as well for your children?
yes, certainly. I mean, first objective is we want to start a Ayurvedic center in the school because the district does not have that. We have already signed a MOU, and very soon, within just the COVID is over, then we're going to start on that project. And we want to have more students. We want to become the biggest school in the district. That is what we are aspiring for.
Wow,
Uh,
wow, that's
then
wonderful aspiration. And TP Dato Chan, I understand that recently you've entered into a MOU with Help University in Malaysia
Yes.
to improve the quality of education to teacher training and improving curriculum so that you can set new standards for your children. Can you share a bit more on this project with us?
Good, you asked me this a question. Yes, we're indeed very happy to have signed an MOU with the Health University where they have 25,000 students. And under this MOU, they will provide free training to our teachers and the childcare assistants. And of course, they'll train it up where they in turn can also educate our children, though there are not many, but is a part of their CSR. And the other thing very interesting is that they want to be engaged in a fundraising initiative with us for sustainability, which is one of our problem also, because all the children that are with us, everything is provided free. So you have to raise money from the public to operate this home. And this Health University, they have signed this MOU with us. And inside this MOU, there is this clause where they agreed to have a joint fundraising initiatives with us. And we are very happy with this. And in fact, we are on the way to also going to sign with another big corporate called the China Construction Bank, which is registered in Malaysia, where they will also be coming in to help us. So we are tapping onto the corporate world and the academic world, to help us with our operating cost. And in my case, I don't have we have not turned out engineers and doctors yet because our children is very small and we have little bit new home, only 4 years old, only 4 years old. We have different set of problems, but I will very much look up. The challenge is that now we don't have enough space in the dormitory because there are many more children wanting to come in, especially the government welfare department. They keep on referring children to us, asking us to accept, children from broken up families or from orphans. So we find that we have to build this second dormitory, and now this is the challenge for us. And of course, as more children comes in, there'll be more operating expenditure. But I love this challenge because I can see the happiness, the change in the children when they come in after 2 weeks and 3 weeks. The child completely changes, from a timid, fearful looking child, become a very happy and free, so I can see the challenge. And earlier I've shown some of the trophies and the medals those children have achieved or won. And normally children from in those kind of background, they're all very intelligent, very
Ah,
streetwise children, So with a good right education and right kind of a home environment nurture them, they have tremendous potential. So I feel that this is something where many other Rotaries can do. And of course, the other major thing which I find that we are different from Arun and Budi is that ours is a multiracial country. We have Malays, Chinese, Indians, and this promotion of friendship and understanding is very important for a multiracial country like ours. Yes.
yes, fantastic, fantastic. I think all three panelists have that same goal, that is to get the child a better life in the future and help
Yeah.
them to become useful pillars of society in the future, because the future lies in the hands of our young. And whatever we do today will bring about results, right?
Yeah.
So now the last question, and I would like each one of you to answer this question. So first off, Arun, what is your view about sustaining your school, and how are you going to do it? Now you are financing it personally. Where will the future financial stream be coming from?
We are trying to make it a social enterprise so that it becomes self-sustaining. That wouldn't happen very easily. It would take some more time, probably a year or two. So I'm comfortable with that. For 2 years, I can fund the school and with all the activities. That's not a problem at all. Within 2 years, we will be able to make it a social enterprise. And the kind of support we are getting from government, from people around, from overseas, even people from Singapore, some of them who are watching this program, there, I mean, I would like to name a lady here, Catherine, who's been very generous in supporting for this cause. So there are so many people who are supporting us. So I'm very hopeful. I may not remain to see all the glory in the school, but the school will remain forever. Thank you.
Wonderful. That is indeed a personal legacy that you will be leaving behind, Arun. So now, Bang Budi, you are already on the cusp of getting the social enterprise flying up into the sky. What is your next position for Roslin Orphanage and yourself?
Well, for myself, well, if I can retire, I can watch the children doing it. That'll be the best. Education-wise, yes, we also have free schooling since 2013, uh, but we need more teachers, which is quite difficult to get good teachers, dedicated one. There are teachers, but teachers with heart is quite difficult to find, and that's our handicap. And to make ourselves so-called sustainable, so our own three children, almost 5 years ago, decided to go home to Indonesia for good. Two from Canada, one from Australia, to continue the orphanage. So to continue the orphanage, our children is ready. Also, we are grooming those who came to us as babies, and a few of them actually finished high school and going to university already. Can you imagine 1 day old baby now going to university? So it's yeah, we want to groom them the best we can, and we want to make them as our inheritance. So our own children, they don't worry about enough is enough. We need one home, and it's enough. So we want those children actually become our own children. So that's why to continue the orphanage, we're confident that our so-called big children will be able to run it well, and by means of continuing the agriculture efforts that we're doing. So we
So you are Bapak Budi to everyone at the
so
orphanage, right?
yeah. The main thing is we have to aim to be self-sufficient. Don't get affected since for the economic crisis at that time, 1997, 98, many orphanages, many children's home actually closing because they are basing on donations. We have to work hard for it. Donation is a bonus. We have to work
Good.
for it. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
So self-sufficiency must be in place. And you
Yes.
already have your talents lined up. That is wonderful. Last word from PP Datuk Chan. What do you see for yourself and the home in the next 5, 10 years?
Mayan, I find that my home compared to Budi and Arun is a bit different. We are on a different management structure. We are incorporated as a trust where we have 13 trustees. We have 13
Wow.
trustees, 3 from Rotary, 3 from the private sector. This is Bandaraya Development Berhad, and 6 from the public sector. We call public trustees. So
Good.
this combination will ensure good governance and continuity. So in this case, it's not a one-man thing. If I'm no more there, somebody else will be there because and every quarter we have to have trustees meeting. In fact, today we just have our annual AGM of the trustees board, trustees. So
Yes.
that part is good. But I find that Rotary, they're engaged in many efforts, especially small projects. I find that also in our country, Malaysia, I would really advise that they engage in a project which gives visibility and some kind of a permanency. So this children's home will give that visibility to the public of Rotary's work, and we are doing good work, providing education and a good nurturing environment to the young people, and promotion of peace and friendship in a multiracial country, which is very important, very important in the present world. So I find that
Well,
there's a big need in a
yes.
multiracial country like ours, or home like that.
Yes. Yes, I cannot agree more with Dr. Chan that peace and harmony for the world is really part and parcel of Rotary's mission
Yes.
and should be the mission of every Rotarian amongst us, all right?
Yeah.
So we have come to the end of the panel discussion, and it leaves me great pleasure in thanking each and every one of our panelists for their passionate sharing and in enabling us to see that there is not only one route to community service. There are many forms, there are many ways. It can be a personal legacy like Budi is doing. It can be an aspiration of Arun's to pass on to new hands and new talents. And as Dr. Chan has really clearly indicated, we need the support of the entire nation and built on trustees that we trust with good corporate governance. And whether it is our own or our corporates, we urge every Rotarian to work hard towards getting everyone involved in community services, especially in elevating poverty, moving the young into new opportunities for survival and well-being in a bright new world. Thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you to all our panelists once again. Thank you very
Thank
much
you,
for
William.
coming together.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Clarence.
Thank you,
man.
Bye.
Thank
Dato,
you,
Dato Arun.
Catherine,
Bye.
Thank
and
you,
Budi.
Pak Chiat.
Thank you,
Nice
Budi.
meeting
Thank
you,
you,
and
Dato.
Good
Arun.
everyone.
Thank you, man.
Good night.
Please come to Kuala Lumpur.